We got to call Lasker. Supposedly,
Is he back?
Yeah. I'm on the fence. Spice knows whether Spice knows Lasker. Let me tell. I'm so excited to be able to tell you this, but I don't know.
I think it's okay to tell it here.
Lasker is a fucking idiot. We will all agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Occasionally, he will have a flash of brilliance. I don't know if he stumbles upon the brilliance or, just whatever.
A broken clock is right 2 times a day.
Sure. He was, I think, from what I can gather from his texts, is he almost got arrested last night because he flew in from Costa Rica to Miami and he had Casey Anthony paged to a certain gate to watch everybody show up. and he had a sign that said like he was supposed to be the bodyguard. Action Mansion is pretty fucking genius.
That's great.
No. He says, man, Spice, Costa Rica is everything you thought about it and then some.
My dream. Costa Rica and
motherland.
Amsterdam.
Yellow. Let me tell you what I'm hearing, and you can tell me. Maybe you can tell me if I'm wrong or I'm right or I'm filling in the blanks. One, we can get into your. By the way, we're live on Radio I.O. Secondly, are you ever going to do your show with Tuttle?
Yeah, I can do it this week.
Okay. Well, you call the boss, Spice, and then secondly, I want to get into your Costa Rica experiences here in a minute. But somebody said that you got. I got texts and stuff like that. And I couldn't decipher your texts, so I started looking into it. That you landed in Miami, and as a fucking rib, you went and got a sign that said Casey Anthony. Wrote it like you were like a bodyguard or something, or like a limo driver, and then you had her paged Casey Anthony to a certain gate or area, and then you stood there with the sign, and people just fucking flocked.
Dude, I caused mayhem, is what I caused.
I caused mayhem.
And not only did I should have been home around 8 o'clock. I didn't get home at 1 o'clock in the morning because they took me off my flight.
They what?
They took me off my plane.
That rib was worth it.
Why?
Because I caused a bunch of trouble.
All right. So what is that? Is that what you did?
Oh, you want to be an asshole?
So you
we're sitting there, and I see some girl look like Casey Anthony. I said, "Man, she looks like Casey Anthony, doesn't she?" I said, "You know what? I'm gonna go up there and ask for Casey Anthony and tell him that I'm her bodyguard. I'm looking for her, and that we're going to be making this flight." And just joking around. So I walk up to the ladies and
so you walk up to the gate lady.
Yeah, I walk up to the gate lady and get out to board the plane.
So I want you to think that I'm that gate lady. I want you to tell me exactly what you told her.
I walk up. I go. Is it possible to page somebody? And she says, yeah. And I says, because I'm a little bit late and I'm really running behind and I don't want nothing crazy to happen, but I would like to page Kaylee Anthony.
It's not Kaylee Anthony, dumb fuck. Casey Anthony.
Yeah, Casey Anthony. And she says, really? And I go, yeah, can we kind of like keep it on the low down, but just page her? So she
just page her on the down low throughout the entire airport.
No, on the low down.
Spice,
because I'm a bodyguard and I'm going to make sure she gets on the plane.
Spice, it's on the low down. Good. So you said I'm her bodyguard with a mullet, and I need to get her make sure she gets on the plane.
Yeah. So she looks at me for a second. And she says, okay, and she leaves, and then nothing happens. So I walk around for a second, and she comes back, and she's got 2 other ladies with her, and they point at me, and I walk over, and I go, is there a problem? And she says, well, we just don't. Really? And she goes, is this really happening? And I go, yeah, can we please get it done? Because I don't want to be fired, on taking care of this girl, and I really need to take care of her before something happens to her, because I don't want anything to happen. So they do that. They page her and say that your handler is waiting on you.
Casey Anthony to gate 9. Casey Anthony to gate 9. Is that what they said?
And next thing you know, there was like hundreds of people all coming this way.
Well, they want to come see what the bitch looks like, right?
Sure.
Well, I didn't think about that part. I was just doing it as playing around.
Playing around.
Now people are getting mad because...
Sir, is your official testimony you did it?
They're going to miss their plane.
Spice Lasker, what's your testimony, sir?
Your Honor, I was just playing around.
Really?
I didn't even expect her to page her loud. I thought she was supposed to page her on the lowdown.
Hey, what do
How old are you again, sir?
Everybody was worried about her. You know, I thought maybe we would just make a little joke with the people and everything would be good.
So,
well, it wasn't like that. I mean, there were so many people that now the police would come and they're riding little step-up two-wheeler things and little funny-looking. They're hauling us around. They're trying to find the guy that did this. And so I'm kind of seeing this. I'm kind of trying to hide out. I make it onto the plane, and they get me back off the plane, and they want to talk to me on why I did something like that. And I'm going like, what do you mean? What are you talking about?
So hold on. So you got on. Hold on. So you got on the plane, and then they came and got you off.
Yeah.
All right. And they said
because you still had a couple hundred people standing around that whole spot, wondering why. Because I looked around for the person that wouldn't know her name, wouldn't know who she was. I thought, but everybody evidently knows who she is, and
evidently, it's a pretty big word.
It was a different boarding spot, you know, because, you know, when you're sitting there, you can see all the boarding spots that are all around you. Well, I went to, one across from me. And,
went directly across.
Yeah, like
it wasn't that much fun at the end.
So now, what do you mean it wasn't much fun at the end? So you're on.
Well, it wasn't much fun at the end because I had to sit there and.
No, hold on. So you're on the plane. They come on the plane. Who comes on the plane? Is it two?
A cop and two security CCC guys.
Okay, so some CCC guys roll up in there, and they say what to you?
Excuse me, sir, but you need to come off the plane with us. We need to talk to you. And I go, so right off the get-go, I know what I said. Oh, so you found Casey? She's all right? and you need to quit saying that, please. You need to quit saying it. They wanted me to quit saying her name. Well, I said a few more times, and you know, they're rushing me out of there, and they got me out of there, got my bag, you know, so I only had one carry-on little net thing around my back, so I got out of there, and they drugged me down. It was like, remember when me and you was out on the plane, and you walked into this little, it was a door, and you opened up the door, and it was a big VIP place that you took me into?
Oh, yeah, I took him to the Delta Crown room one time.
Okay, I know.
I guarantee they didn't take you to a VIP room.
This wasn't a VIP place. This was a bunch of rooms, but it was one of them doors, plain doors, didn't even know it was there. They open up the door, bam, and it's a whole other gimmick in there.
It's for shaking down the A-Arabs.
Yeah, so they're shaking. So they got
me in there and asking me why I did that. Am I trying to cause havoc on airplanes? And
well, they even got the little words, don't they, Brent?
Are you trying to cause havoc on airplanes?
Yeah, well, that's what they was asking me.
So what did you know?
Well, not really. I said I was just trying to be funny. I just thought I'd get people looking around to see if everybody getting this, you know, where's she at? I said, I didn't know anybody was going to run down here from the whole floor. Jeez.
Lasker said, I was just going to get people to look around. I'm guilty of causing people to look around. So at that point, okay, so you say that. They're probably not too happy with that.
Well, then it comes down. So the Spanish guy, he's Spanish guy. He's going like, you know, somebody pay you to do this? I go, no. And he goes, I go, why wouldn't somebody pay me? He goes, you guys, I just run your name and you're Gene Lasker. And he says, you're from the Bubba the Love Sponge show. Is this a radio gimmick? And I go, no. Please don't call him Bubba because he'll be pissed at me for doing this. And I said, it's got nothing to do with the radio show. I said, if it did, I said, it'd be in the morning from 7 to 10, so we live on the air. I said, otherwise, it ain't money. I said, well, you do it on your own.
You got Gene trying to tell people what's money and not money, radio-wise. So did you miss your plane?
Well, you had missed that plane. I was supposed to be home at 8:25, and I got home at 12:25. I guess I got the next plane or second one from there. I don't know.
And so
they held me for a while just to see why I was doing that.
And then
they went through my bag. No one ever went through my bag the whole time. The whole time I went out of town and everything. I mean, they looked in it, but
so
they ripped it apart.
Will they start going through your bags?
Oh, yeah.
Well, they was trying to make it like I was trying to say that, so I was making havoc so I could slide through with something in my bag.
Well, that makes sense. Law enforcement-wise, that makes sense.
Is that what they were saying? They want you want to cause it to do? That's called Gene. That's called a distraction.
Well, yeah, distraction, and they told me that that I was how did he say it? That somebody else was doing something wrong, or was bringing something through, and I was the guy keeping everybody away from him.
Oh,
they were working together.
Yeah.
And Gene causes the distraction, and then cocaine trafficker Willie gets on the plane.
Right.
Yeah, and he was. They called him a word, and I don't remember what it was.
Called him a word. Spice
They
Lasker?
had a word for him. He was a horse or something.
Co-conspirator, probably.
Well, it wasn't like that, but it was something else. But
It wasn't like that.
Cohort?
Cohort?
I looked up. I said, "Ain't got nothing to do with none of that." I said, "I was just doing it. I'm bored. I was just doing something.
I'm bored.
Make people jump up and down, and look around."
I don't think, Brent, he really did anything illegal.
No.
I mean,
if he did, they would have arrested him.
They would have fucking greased him.
Because they were looking for a reason to haul him in.
Yeah.
Oh, they were.
They were. Now,
They held me down there for a while.